All right, so let's go. Everybody, wakey, wakey, wakey. Huh? Wake up. It's noon in the middle of August. You guys should already be asleep by now. So as we got to get up at 4 o'clock. Whoa, that's weird. My tea almost exploded all over me. How are we doing? So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to run a test. We're going to run a test of the copyright situation on YouTube. Once we get enough people in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and together we're going to watch the video that the Panthers put out yesterday, which is about a 9-minute compilation of our comebacks from this past season. So that'll be fun to do, but I want to see what happens with the copyright. I know the video is going to get copyrighted. I just want to make sure that they don't do anything like block it or something like that, because I want to be able to do this during the regular season where we watch highlights of games, and if the only thing that's going to happen is I don't get the ad revenue, I think that would add a lot to the live streams. And then we'll start doing that. So let me blow up the chat here so I can see what's going on, because I'm blind and I don't want to wear my glasses. So how are we doing? Colin, yeah, Kyle's on it. Kyle is going to be doing something. Kyle's going to be running that football channel a lot. So, yeah, I seen that about Chop Robinson. We just can't have nice things, man. We just can't have nice things. Hungry, Damien, how we doing? Simon, good to see you. Kazuma says, hey, Jaws, have you thought about doing Patreon for uncensored clips with the highlights, the soccer channel? I told you about recently started doing that, and it's helped them and avoids copyright. So here's the thing, Kazuma. I asked Patreon, I asked YouTube, and I asked Patreon the same question. And the question was, can I play highlights and put that on the Patreon and charge people for the Patreon for it? Both of them were explicitly said no. Now, there's no moderation there. So in other words, technically I could do it. However, if Patreon found out, I would immediately get my account would get suspended, deleted, done. So it technically does avoid copyright, but like if somebody turned me in, if somebody don't like me, turn me in, if somebody, or if Patreon or YouTube found out, they both said the same thing. They don't have an enforcement, but if somebody finds out, everything will get deleted, and the account and everything. So that's why I haven't done that, because I thought about that a couple of years ago, and I can't. The legal part of it is I can't put somebody else's copyrighted material behind a paywall that I benefit from. That's the way the law is anyway. Hey, Simon. Am I going to do a 24-hour live stream? Probably not. Hungry says if Patreon says no, there's Subscribe Star. I'll have to look at that. People do it for watching shows all the time. I think it's a different. I don't know how the copyright works for shows. I know for music it's brutal, and for sports we've talked about that. But if I can do it here, if I can do it during these noon streams, and it can grow the channel, I'll be okay with not getting the ad revenue, because even on a good day, if I get 1,000 people that watch the repeat of the live stream, it's like $4 or $5 in ad revenue, and the benefit to showing the highlights and growing the channel is probably worth losing the $5. Kazuma says, yeah, weird because the soccer channel is able to show highlights and other channels I follow also put out music and anime on it. I mean, I could look into it again. I have no problem looking into it again. Basically what Patreon told me is don't get caught. That's basically it. So like today's video, we're going to watch something from the Panthers channel, right? So if they found out I was putting their content on the Patreon and it's their copyrighted content, if they contacted Patreon, I'd be screwed because legally I'm not supposed to do it. Now with soccer, maybe they don't care. Like each league is different, right? Like maybe the soccer people are like, it'll grow the sport. They don't care. Maybe they're smart about it and they don't care. But we know how the NHL and NFL especially are. Kazuma says, I think the hockey guy has a Patreon and he's put highlights. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look at it again for sure. Because what I wanted to do was, the reason I got the idea is a couple of years ago for the late games. If you guys remember, I woke up in the morning and I just played the highlights, like the Sportsnet and the NHL highlights. And then I just did a voiceover over it. And you guys liked that. But I get copyrighted. So I went to Patreon and asked specifically, I said, can I do this? And they said no. So that's my biggest concern is growing something. And if I get, 100, 1,000, if it's like a huge part of the income and then just one day Patreon wakes up and says, no, you can't do this, it could be a mess. Now actually the shorts is what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, actually that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. Because for the shorts, the copyright is different. Actually, at least I know for music, the copyright is different. I don't know how it is for sports, but it doesn't make all that much anyway. The revenue from. So like the one short that I have, the one that is Paul Maurice, don't touch this trophy, don't touch this effing trophy. It's got 185,000 views. It's made $13. So I don't know how many shorts of mine are going to get 185,000 views, but it is what it is, right? Vincent, so can it be your job to tell on you? Sure. At least that way we'll know who did it. At least that way we know who did it. I'm also working on getting the Discord set up so to be for everybody and not just the members. So I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm working on a video that's going to be out towards the end of next week. That's going to be a longer video on a more evergreen subject. So we're doing that too, Vincent. Ha, ha, ha. Did I wear shorts? When did I wear shorts? I don't remember the last time I wore. Maybe on this live stream when it got really hot. Ha. So let's see. Once we get enough people in here, we're going to watch the let's do it. Let me get it set up. Here. We'll watch the Panthers put out a video yesterday that, shorts are for the OnlyFans, right? Yeah. So I got to put earplugs in over the headphones because after years of listening to music in my headphones, my ears are screwed as well. So, all right, let's see. Let me get this moving here. All right. I should just be able to. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Here we go. Share a screen. All right, so this is the video that the Panthers put out yesterday. This is all the comebacks that we had over the course of this season and in the playoffs. So it's pretty good.
hit, lost his helmet. Shiplickoff turns and shoots wide and chipped, and they score again.
Oh, for freaking hell.
Nelson right at the net. And the Panthers are down by 3. Puck gets there.
Oh, yeah, that's the one where we
the clear.
Allowed 3 goals. Spencer allowed 3 goals in that first period.
Reinhardt's in, all alone, and he scores. Sam Reinhardt gets one back, his 6th of the season. The Panthers are on the board. Up with the goalie stick.
October 26th, Reinhardt already had 6 goals.
Put out in front. Oh, it's right at the net, and they score. Kachuk, ka-ching, Matthew Kachuk. Being high.
Actually, yeah.
Here's Samoskevich, who came close last time. All the way to the wraparound. There it is. Mackey's got the first of his NHL career. And he's tied the game at 3.
Isn't it weird seeing them all with no playoff beards?
Almost every game since the start of the season, this young. Yeah, it's not easy to do. You give up 3 goals and first 12 minutes of the first period, and it is tough mentally.
Matthew Kachuk with a shot, score!
There we go.
Put it in! Bennett was out in front of the comeback. Cats have the lead. For the Kachuk.
Islanders choked this game up.
Boquist up at the line. Kachuk moves in and fires, and they score! Power play goal! Trying to get to it. Dobson steps up and keeps it moving. Now it's Forsling towards the empty net.
Oh, yeah, all the way.
Gustav Forsling from
Hungry.
his own goal line.
I agree with you, man.
And the Panthers with 6 consecutive goals.
I agree.
With a shot. Just skipped wide. Ristolainen shot bouncing around in front. Knight is down, and they score.
Spencer Knight again.
Hathaway gives Philadelphia its first lead of the night. Yes, wins it. Here's Forsling up at the line with a shot. Score! It got through! Gustav Forsling!
Jeez, who was the net for Philly on that
It's 5-5 in Philly. Markov. Ekblad in the slot. Fire save. Rebound for Hagee. Stop. Another chance. And they score! Sam Reinhardt. League leading. 19th of the year. 6-5 Florida.
Jeez.
The bench again for Philadelphia. We're now 5-on-5. The net is empty.
This is it, right? So we're gonna get
Here's Reinhardt with 15. Lead pass. Matthew Kachuk moving in. Now he's got a 4.9.
You like how Barkov tells him to shoot? Barkov's like, don't pass me that
Here's
puck.
McDavid.
Oh, here we go.
Draisaitl, bottom of the circle. McDavid in the slot. Draisaitl, sharp angle shot, and he scores. Good pressure here by the Panthers, trying to get within 1 before the period ends. Forsling's wrister. Skinner the save, and then it's chipped in.
Hey, that looks familiar.
They get one back. It's a 4-3 game.
There's our good friend Stuart Skinner.
Now the Oilers take away. Skinner's to center, hit by Kulikov. Oh, and then a big hit by Gadjevich.
And they go after him.
Yeah, action between the benches. Play continues. Losterine in the feed. Here's Lundell. In front, Mikkola score! It's Mikko Mikkola to tie the game at 4.
Nice pass from
Reinhardt tipped it away. Reinhardt's trying to get there, battling Ekholm. Reinhardt picks it up along the boards. Sharp angle shot, score!
Jeez.
Unbelievable! Sam Reinhardt, you gotta be kidding me! Unassisted, 20th of the year. Kulak shoots. Bounces in behind the Panther net, and then it goes in. It's chipped home. Incredible.
Close your legs, Bob.
We're tied again.
Come on, Bubba. Yeah, exactly, Hungry, right?
Panthers led 2-1. Oilers led 4-2. Panthers led 5-4. Bennett's trying to give them the lead again. It's for Hagee. Yes, sir! And the Panthers are up 6-5. The Bennett line.
6:31.
Malkin for Russ.
This is the Pittsburgh one.
Back for Malkin. Chips it through. Here's Russ for Malkin, and he scores. Oh, too easy there for Pittsburgh. It's 3-1.
Yeah.
They were looking at it.
Should have been a 5-on-3. Here comes Reinhardt over the line. Stick handles in front. Reinhardt. He finishes. Oh, what a goal!
Reinhardt's so much better than he gets credit for.
Just making it miserable for the Penguins trying to protect this lead.
Lundell and Boquist move in 2-on-2. Jesper Boquist backhander towards the net. Lundell's got it. Put it out in front. Nate Schmidt finds the loose puck. It's Losterinen. And the shot score!
Good old Nate Schmidt. There we go.
Anton Lundell. All right, Sasha Barkov, who has been so good over the years in
Oh, we
shootouts.
got a shootout goal.
One of the best in the league this season. He's 3 for 4. Looking to get the Panthers on top. Barkov does it again. Oh, it's just deadly.
That's nasty.
Here's
Oh, yeah, I
Russ.
remember this one. Like,
And Bobrovsky
puck just
stops
sitting
him.
there.
Let's
Bob
go,
pumps up,
baby.
he's
The
looking for the
Panthers
puck,
come from
and
behind
it's
him.
just standing right there.
Pull it out. 15 seconds after the Panthers took the lead.
Okay, so now we're in the playoffs.
Cernak shoots, he scores.
Ah,
Unbelievable. A quick
this is the
2
two
for
goals
the
in
Lightning,
11
who
seconds.
now have the lead. It's Verhaeghe's turn. Trying to drag it out in front. Gensel has it, unable to clear. Ekblad
good save by Ekblad.
leaves it for Reinhardt. Waiting. Young goal save. Rebound, scores! This one will count. And we're tied at 2.
Ekblad's gotten so much better at saving those pucks at the blue line.
And we're even
That's
with
for sure.
3:45 to go. Now the crowd is buzzing now. Panthers in the offensive zone. Jones shoots the front and scores!
There goes Marcy.
Marchand was in front. Incredible. Now point to the red line in the shootout. Tampa's net is empty. Vasilevsky to the bench. Barkov on the clear. Moved ahead. Carter Verhaeghe. Bingo. What a comeback by the Panthers.
That's it.
For the Maple Leafs, here's Marner.
Oh, God, here we go.
Nylander. Marner up top, swinging one, tipped in. John Tavares.
I thought
Closing
this
to
series
slot.
was over.
Knies was parked out in
It's
front.
2-0. It's
It's a
3-1.
power play goal.
I thought it was over right there.
And it's second tonight. Rodriguez with a shot, stopped by Wall, and a goal-saving play at the goal line.
But it was not a goal-saving
Landon
play.
Carlo going down. We'll take a look at this again, I'm sure.
After reviewing the play, the puck completely crosses the goal line. We have a goal.
Benoit for the defense for Florida, really getting confident here. Here's Bennett, right in, out in front, they score!
Yep.
Carter Verhaeghe on the receiving end of a beautiful pass. We're tied. Schmidt moves the puck.
Yeah, Pacharo, I saw that. Yeah.
We'll go for the front. It's carried by Nosek. A shot. They score! The pinball's home.
Jeez.
Tomas Nosek. Kulikov again.
That's right. This is the overtime. That's right. Here we go, Marshy.
Marchand. His shot tipped. It's in! Brad Marchand wins it in overtime.
That's the game that changed everything. We were one shot away from being done. I think this is the last one.
Now Ekblad. Ekblad shoots, score! Deflected in front on the power play. The Panthers are on the board as Kachuk on face-off. And Carolina wasn't able to take advantage. Here's Bennett towards the net, score!
Oh,
Rodriguez! We are tied at 2.
beautiful.
Marchand in front, score!
Jeez.
Lundell! Third goal of the period for Florida. They take a 3-2 lead.
That was it for Carolina
Drew's on the bench, but I have seen him
for the most part.
for at least
They blew that lead. It's just
time in this third.
they didn't have it in them to finish this up.
Slides it across, score! Carter Verhaeghe!
That's that massive Barkov shift.
Now it comes to Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere shoots the flex by. Reinhardt moves the puck ahead for Barkov. Now Bennett out of the box.
Yep.
Racing in, picks up the puck, and scores!
That's it. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Very cool. Vincent, what? boy. Let me blow up the chat again so I can see again. All right, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, Patel Ron, how you doing, bud? Says Kenny Albert, better than McDonough. Still like Sportsnet more. I enjoy how sad and despondent they were after the Panthers Leafs game 7. Yeah, man. I've been doing some research for for the video I'm putting out next week, and it's fun to go back and listen to some of the guys that were calling the games, in years past. Sportsnet, I have to agree with you. We don't get the Sportsnet. When I hear the highlights, I think I like the Sportsnet guys for the most part better. Cause says no game 2 of the Cup final. That was the last one they put out. That's right. They didn't include that one, right? Well, how many goals were we behind in that game, Colin? Was it 1 or 2? Maybe they didn't. Maybe they only considered games where we were two goals behind. How far behind did we get? I forget how many games. They got to post the 4 over. No, we're good there. Yeah, they've been posting full games. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. If this go, I wonder if I already get. Hey, Colby, how you doing, bud? Usually I'll get an email from. Geez, my phone is geeking out on me. Right when I here we go. I usually get an email from YouTube that says you've been copyright claimed or something. But so far not. Might not happen until the post game, right? When are the standings predictions coming out? That's an interesting question. I would think when we get closer to camp. I'm working on the football stuff right now to get, those predictions in order. But probably by next week we'll know when camp starts. I would assume that they're going to give us a month's notice. I don't know if they're going to have the public at camp this year. I saw an article, something about they're doing construction at the facility, and they're not going to be having people. They're not going to allow fans at camp. Is that accurate? Does anybody know if that's accurate? Hey, True, how you doing, Nick? How you doing, buddy? Does anybody know if that's accurate, that they're not going to be able to have fans at camp? Yeah, if as long as I can get away with it, Simon, I'll keep doing it. I think it'll be better off. It'll be better during the regular season to just. Yeah, they added the new scoreboard, right? Vincent, football doesn't exist. Gotcha. In an alternate universe, it does. Oh, need all the caffeine I can get today. So yeah, we'll because we're gonna make the streams. We're gonna make the streams 2 hours when there's games, so that we've got a little. The longer the streams goes, the more people find it anyway. So to work out. Kyle's gonna have something out. I guess I don't know what's going on with Chop Robinson. I don't know. I heard he got carted off, but who knows? Who knows if it's just precautionary or? But with the Dolphins' luck, it would pretty much, it would pretty much go along the lines of what they already have to deal with. Colby, yeah, Ace from Running with the Devils. Yeah, as we get closer, as we get closer. Right now, it's just It's just so dead right now. There's like nothing that's going on. The Panthers had most of the Panthers still had most of the high quality free agents, and then we signed them all. Kenneth says, I'm still on lunch at work from 12 to 1, so 1 hour. Sure. Yeah. I might make it something like 11:30 to 1:30. Like make it a little bit before noon and a little bit after the 1 o'clock. Because once, we start getting we start getting more people as the hour comes to a close. So I want to make them longer. Hunger, yeah, I can also go over articles in the live stream. Yeah, that's definitely an idea. That's definitely something I'm gonna do, because I can take those clips and just put them out as regular videos after the fact. Because especially, now I'm thinking about it, Hungry. If I do the 2-hour streams, but they get copyrighted, but then I can clip the parts that wouldn't be copyrighted and put them out as normal videos, it might be a way to do it. So, and then I got Kyle. He's going to be working on the football channel. I'm still going to be doing the normal stuff, but I can't have my head full into hockey if I'm also doing with the football. So Kyle's going to do the football stuff. I'm still going to do the recaps and do the streams with him. And I'll still do some of the other things. But like today with Chop Robinson, I told him, I said, I'm going live on the hockey channel, and you should be going live on the football channel right now. Vincent says, Dolphins is a stupid name. Imagine if they were ostrich. They could have had a chance. Yeah. Well, they had the Kyle pointed out all those years that the old Dolphin logo had the helmet covering the blowhole. So it's like they couldn't breathe. I don't know what their problem is now. Michael says, Jaws, there are many streamers that do these post-game video recaps and they don't get blocked, just demonetized, right? But I check out 2BC's videos and see what he does to get an idea. Yeah. Actually, it says lowering the opacity. Yeah. I've tried that. on videos before. The thing with making it smaller, it does help sometimes. I've tried it with football. With football, it's just like it's so stupid too. It's like it just grows the game, But Michael, yeah, I can. I mean, for the streams, it wouldn't make any sense for me to do that. You know what I mean? For the streams, just let it run and not worry about the ad revenue. But for the regular videos, I've tried doing things pretty opaque before. And even when it was like only at like 30-40%, flip the image. Telron says, in fact, you can show an entire NHL game without an issue if subscriber only. Really? I know Better Bachelor does that for games. In fact, I've watched Bills games and Stanley Cup games 6 without a problem. Really? That's interesting. I never heard of that. Huh. So if it's I'll have to check in. I'll have to check for that for sure. That's an idea. Oh, on locals, I see. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, with YouTube, they've got bots all over YouTube, but that makes sense. Hungry says, I've been told, though I haven't tested it, that you can get around it by shifting the video 1 degree to the right and upping the red tint on a couple of notches. Oh, I see what you. Yeah, there might be some ways to get around it. Kenneth says now they removed the helmet off the logo. Tua keeps hurting his. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully he'll be all right. Michael says, yeah, you'll pull in more viewers most likely by doing that. And I'm sure making come far more from the donations and the ad revenue. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking for sure. But that's what I'm going to be doing over the next month. I'm just going to test some stuff out and see what passes and what doesn't. And so there may be some videos that come out that, you know, because, well, actually I could just, if I upload it and make it unlisted and let it sit there for a while, usually the bots will let me know pretty soon. Sometimes they don't find it for a while. Like with football, a couple of times I uploaded stuff that was okay, and then like 3 or 4 hours in, then they hit me with the copyright. Simon, do I think they're going to bring anybody for a PTO? I don't think so. I mean, I can't imagine why. There's no space. You know what I mean? So on locals, you can show whatever you want. I'll have to look at that. Yeah. Fun, Vincent. Nice. Nice. Reverse the game backwards and flip it upside down. So I'll have to check that out with locals. I'll have to check that out for sure. Well, I don't know, True. I can't comment. I haven't watched enough anyway. Yeah, I'll have to check that out about locals. We'll see what happens there. What about Twitch? Are they hardcore with that? How's Twitch with copyright and whatnot? Because that's another revenue stream that if I did one that was Twitch exclusive, I wonder what would happen if I could get monetized over there. This is all stuff. I'm working on it. That's all I'm doing now. That's for sure. We need some games, though. Like, we need something. We need camp, something. Twitch is bad. Gotcha. Gotcha. So Twitch has some perks. The copyright is not as crazy as YouTube. However, they have tools where you can show stuff that is on Amazon Prime since they're owned by Amazon. Okay. And that's part of the other thing is that the copyrights end up being from different places all the time too. Because, you know, like you're saying, they got Amazon games. I see. So Twitch is a lot more linear with copyrights. Some creators are able to upload music there, but take it down for YouTube vids. Gotcha. You even watch movies on Better Batch? That's interesting. I've only seen him on YouTube. I've only seen him on YouTube. Huh. Like in Twitch, you could do a watch along with the playoff documentaries and not have an issue. Got you. What are you asking, Simon? So I don't have a favorite, Simon. I don't really have a favorite between with the people that I've interviewed. I mean, it was only Billy and Randy. I couldn't tell you if I had a favorite. What's interesting about the question, though, is that you're asking if I have a story. I do have a story, but it's actually part of the video that I'm putting together to be out next week. So I don't want to give it away. But yeah, there's this. The video is kind of almost based on one of the interviews that I did with one of those guys and the answer to a question they gave me. And that's going to be the first really long form video that I should be out by the end of next week. Hey, Great White. No, the email will stay the same. The email will stay the same. So you're a lifetime member on Better Bachelor. He's on Rumble, BitChute, etc. Gotcha. Yeah, I saw him a few times when he wasn't huge, and then I've seen a couple things lately. Seems like a good guy. I don't watch as much of that content as I used to, right? But he seems pretty level-headed. Pretty level-headed. That's why I liked him. Plus, he's bald, so this bald guy's got to stay together. If I'm thinking about the same guy. So let's see. Did I get an email yet? No? Interesting. Nothing yet. They may not catch it until after the replay. We'll see. I appreciate that, JC. Thank you, buddy. All right, Pithoran, I'll definitely let you know. Yeah, I got to look into that. I wonder if let me ask this question now. Let's ask this question now. Can I stream on locals directly from StreamYard? Damn it. Stream, I'd have to do the custom RNTP, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I can still do it. It's just you got to do the stream key and all of that. It just doesn't have a built-in plugin, but it'll still do it. Vincent says nobody watches your videos except us, and we're gonna watch it anyway. Where are you hiding this stuff? From the two new people that see the live stream. That's where I'm hiding it from. I don't want to give it away. Huh? Besides, the point of making that video is to get more people to watch. Hungry says, yeah, if they're smart, they wouldn't strike their clips. The Panthers could benefit from the free publicity. Well, I believe those would be NHL. They would be NHL. All that stuff falls under the NHL copyright. I don't think it's the Panthers individually. Like now, when the Panthers put out those mini movies, it's interesting. When the Panthers put out the mini movies, and I do a voiceover just so the mini movie, there's no copyright. They've edited it in such a way. If you ever watch those mini movies, they've edited it enough to the point where it's not getting copyright claimed. So when they put out one of those, I can do a voiceover, and it's easy, free content for me because it's already nice and put together, and there's no copyright claim. Brock says, one player I think might make a good future Panther, Nick Robinson of the Leafs. Huh. I don't know how many future Panthers. It's a good question. Out of that whole thing, Praga. Out of that, other than Rodriguez, because Rodriguez does seem to be the odd man out at some point. But who do you all think is the first shoe to drop? Eventually, one of these guys is not going to be with the team, right? In the top 9. So who do you guys think is going to be the eventual first guy to move on? The only one that needs a contract at this point is Luosterainen, so hopefully we keep him. I would hate to lose him. JC says, I agree with you. Thoughts that Zito's light bulb went on during the Four Nation. It certainly feels that way, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, you can, but it's finicky, right? Yeah, I've done the custom art or whatever it is. I've done that before, and it can get wonky. Yeah. Oh, he's the brother of Jason Robertson. Okay. Yeah, Petrie, Balinskis might be the plan, and Petrie could just be the guy to fill in if somebody gets hurt, right? Yeah, Balinskis, in my opinion, he's been solid enough. Kenneth says the Senators completed their land agreement to build the new stadium. Looks like 5 years out. Okay, that's good. That's good news. Canadian hockey needs good news there. They deserve it. Yeah, good point, Prager, about Balinskis. Patel says, here's an idea. Show all the Olympic hockey games on locals while simultaneously streaming on YouTube without the game shown. How can I do that? I would have to be running 2 streams at once, which I can do because I have fiber now. You guys notice, knock on wood, since I had fiber, we haven't had one even minor little glitch. It's been beautiful since I switched to the fiber. But I think I would have to run 2 separate streams, which I have 2 laptops, so we could do that. Because I'm assuming I'd have to share the screen for the one. Yeah, I'd have to do it with 2, but I'm pretty sure we could do that. Yeah, and then on YouTube, obviously, we can't, right? Braga says, interesting that the Panthers mini movie about Luosterainen came out very early versus some of the stars. My guess means that they may try to shop him. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Huh. That would be, I don't like that idea, but it's an interesting thought. I wonder if they would think about just putting Sam Miskevich in that spot. Huh. I hope not. Kenneth thinks Mackey will be the first to move on if he misses the playoffs or a cup again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if he gets kicked out of the line. If he plays the whole season and then gets kicked off to the curb again, remember, he only signed, I think it was a 1-year deal, right? Hungry said, yeah, it's a good question. Thinking about it, maybe Marchand, right? Praga, maybe because it's easier. Maybe the Luosterainen highlights would be the least. I hate to put it that way, but maybe it would be the shortest one or the easiest to make. Hey, Mr. Vids. Yeah, fiber is the way, no doubt. But I have till February to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, well, we're remaking the whole downstairs. This whole room, everything in here is going to be downstairs. Everything is getting completely, because I need to make this a spare bedroom, a guest spare bedroom, because my daughter moved back. Donna's moving in. Her mom might want to come stay here. This is real. This is the original master bedroom to the house. There's a bathroom in here, shower, the whole thing. So I need this room to be a functional part of the house. And that way, everything will just be downstairs. This room is going to be downstairs. The regular streaming room, the whole thing. So that's what we're in the process of doing now, is just completely revamping everything. I don't know if we'll have it completely done by football season, because we got to get – it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But certainly by hockey season. Simon, I have not been fishing nor to the gym. Yeah, I haven't been. I'm having a joint pain week. We'll put it that way, Simon. Hungy says, easy you said it would be 2 laptops. I could do it with one, but it's tricky. Yeah, no, I've got the 2 laptops. That's not a problem. We don't have to, and now that we have the fiber, streaming to the TV is much easier. So because last year we were having problems and I was having to stream to the laptop and HDMI to the TV. So the fiber cleared up the second laptop. I just got to get the Ethernet port repaired because Kyle broke it last year. Kyle tripped over the cord and broke it. Hey, Mr. Viz, I haven't checked that email yet. Or you said you put it on Twitter. I haven't checked it yet. Thank you for reminding me, though. Thank you for reminding me, bud. Oh, about the puppets? Well, I like it, but it's a mixed bag. Some people like the puppets, some people don't. Great White says the sound is not cutting in and out anymore. Sounds great. Yeah, right? What a difference. It's a lot less stress, too. And for whatever reason, they gave me a discount. It was supposed to be $159 a month, but it's only $139. So that's good because that's $10 less than what I was paying for the other service. Praga, yeah, nobody wants. I mean, you would assume Rodriguez is the odd man out, right? At some point, but I don't know if it's going to be this year. Kenneth, it's not the beekeeping room. No, I found out where they're coming from. There's a ceiling fan, right? But I gotta take the ceiling fan down, or it's got to get tightened, because when you look at it now, it's wobbled to the point where it's flush up against the ceiling on this side, but not flush up against the ceiling on the left side by a lot. So I either got to straighten it out and tighten it back up, or I got to buy one of those guards that go around the whole thing, because it's just connected to there's just the ceiling there. So there's an air pocket where anything that flies into the attic can come in through where the fan is. And I think that's where they were coming in. So that's another thing I got to fix. Brock says, Mackey has great future. Maurice just pulled him in the playoffs due to lack of experience. He's a keeper. I sell off a lot rather than losing him. He's going to be a 20. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, the picture is a lot better too. Well, also I upgraded the camera. I'm no longer using the webcam I was using. I'm using the action camera. It's a Osmo Action 3. I bought it last year. When Ellie died, I bought this camera because I thought Fluffy was going to live another few years, and him and I were going to go do the fishing and go to the river, and I was going to have the camera on. And then that obviously didn't happen. So I just had this camera sitting here, and I didn't want to switch cameras in the middle of the season because I thought it would be bad juju. And it worked. We won the cup. So that's why I switched to this camera. But no censorship on locals. Don't have to worry about the naughty words like on YouTube. Appreciate that, Praga. Yeah, some people like them, some people don't. Kenneth says maybe I should call the old service and let them know how awesome the internet is. Right? Yeah. I feel like they deserve it. I mean, it was years and nothing but problems. Nothing but problems. Yes, I know the internet is. I mean, not I knock on the wood desk here, but it's we can do anything we want now. You know what I mean? Now I don't like before with the old internet. I couldn't even done what we did today. We're playing. Forget about copyright. The I wouldn't have been able to just play the highlights. It wouldn't have happened. No, Verhaeghe just signed, I think last year, Great White. I believe it was last year, the year before. Carter Verhaeghe contract. It did not take. Yeah, he signed an 8-year extension in October 8th of last year. So yeah, he's getting paid $7 million. So no, Verhaeghe is he's set. Kazuma. I guess if Patel wanted to be a mod, I certainly would make him a mod, but not everybody wants to be. But certainly if you wanted to be, I'd take care of that. But I know some people don't want the responsibility. Like I don't even want to be a mod on my own channel. I don't want to do it. That's why I let you guys do it. That way, if somebody gets booted, it's not I didn't do it. The mod did it. You know what I mean? I don't like having to do it. I don't like having to. I was the easy parent. I was not the hard ass parent. I was the one to let everybody get away with everything. Mr. Vids, yeah. Yeah, plausible deniability. Exactly, Hungry. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Because for me, unless somebody gets really stupid, have I ever thought about doing a Rumble channel? I guess my only concern with doing a Rumble channel is that going to, and I really don't want to start a whole thing, but I assume that putting it on Rumble would just piss off some of the other people who might not agree with the politics of Rumble, if I could put it that way. Like I don't know much about Rumble. I just know that, you know, there's a lot of politics so I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I don't want to piss anybody off by, oh, he's on Rumble, so he must be a certain way. You know what I mean? I'll have to stream on Locals. Rumble and Locals are on the. Oh, I'll have to do it to stream on Locals. Oh, I didn't know that. I see. Hey, David, how you doing, bud? David, we watched the Panthers comeback video from the Panthers channel. Well, and I guess if I'm going to stream on Locals, I'll do it on Rumble too. I worry too much about that stuff because I had a lot of bad experiences with the political end of things at the start of the channel, the first few years of the channel, because most of my people were from Twitter. You know, it got crazy. So I've tried to stay away from anything that even remotely resembles politics since then, because nice, Vincent, cute. Very cute. Rumble's not as bad as Kick. Gotcha. Oh, boy, Vincent. Yeah. You're in rare form today. But yeah, I do it. It don't bother me. Yeah, Kenneth says we learned Panthers needed to come back a lot when night started. It's a good point. Hungry says some gatekeeping is good. People that can't leave that crap at the door will destroy the community. I'm better off not courting those people to begin with. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Kick us something else, though. Mr. Vince, that's true. That's true. David says, I'm old, but I find it disturbing that we live in a time where we have to watch what we say online so as to not hurt people's feelings, sticks and stones. Yeah, the last thing I did with that even remotely had anything to do with politics was, I think it was Biden's first year in office. And everybody was doing those, everybody was doing the meme where it's the Halloween store and there's a costume, right? And they were doing the memes where you would fill out your own thing for your own Halloween costume. And so all I did was I did one for Biden voters, and I put it on, Spirit Halloween, yeah. I did one for Biden voters, and I put it on Facebook. And it was hysterical. And then this one guy comes on. He's like, well, you just lost a Flying Fluffy subscriber. I'm like, well, what? You want me to do one for Trump too? He's like, yeah, that'd make it better. So I did one for Trump. And everybody, the same people that were laughing at the one for Biden, were laughing at the one for Trump. But that was the last time I even touched anything that had anything to do with politics. Because I'm like, it's this stupid Halloween meme. You know what I mean? It's like we always made fun of everybody. I would have done one for Bill Clinton, get a saxophone, a blue dress. You know what I mean? Hungry, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Twitter's changed a lot since Elon bought it. That's true. That's true. You know? I hardly ever do anything on Facebook. And it's just like, those aren't my people. But I saw some of my friends doing it. I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not? I'll do this. Why not? And I won't do anything like that again. So Great White wants to know if a goalie can be the captain. Would I make Bob the cap? Probably not. Only because the captain, like the goalie, needs to be off on his own and not involved with any of that, right? A captain has to be more involved with the mental aspects of what's going on with the group of guys and on the ice and I don't think so. No. Mr. Vid says Twitter became rage bait, slightly less censor happy like before, but you're better off without it. Yeah. Hey, Simon. Michael says can't be captains because refs don't want the goalies to take the time to skate to the box to ask questions. Luongo was captain for a second. That's interesting. That's a good point, David. He says the people that think presidents and senators really care are the same ones who think the strippers really like them. Yeah, and the waitress was flirting with me, David, right? I mean, she was flirting with me the whole night, David. I'm serious, all night long. She was winking at me, called me baby, sweetheart. Are you trying to say she wasn't into me? I'm confused. I'm confused, man. When I told her I wasn't happy with the food, she even put her hand on my shoulder. Seriously. She was into me. You're confused, man. She was totally into me. Had nothing to do with that 30% tip. Vincent, have I been to Hooters? I haven't. I've been to Hooters once, like 25, 27 years ago. It's boobies. You know what I mean? I didn't have a problem getting boobies in my younger days. There was no booby shortage. I didn't have any problem. I didn't need to go pay to look at boobies. Yeah, hungry, yeah. He says, speaking of rage bait, how about that tier list ranking the Oilers D higher than the Cats? I saw it. I retweeted it. I made a comment. For those of you who don't know, it was somebody on Twitter that did a tier ranking, and they had the Oilers defense in the top elite tier and the Panthers defense in the second tier. Kazuma says, I had an American friend who thought every Latina waitress that called him mi amor, was into him. I had to tell him it's just a Hispanic thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Twin Peaks. You thought it was a show based on the TV show, so you brought your family there? Whoops. Holy crap. What did I just see? Holy crap. Thank you, Great White. Thank you, brother. God damn, man. Thank you, Great White. Thank you, brother. I shaved this time. Thank you, my friend. Holy crap. Damn, we're going to put Great White in the poorhouse, man. Thank you, brother. Hey, Nick, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Twisted Wristers in the house. Boy, man, your avatar, let me tell you, man, the only avatar that I could even roll with she's so damn cute. She's so damn cute with the little hockey hat on. Every time I see that, Nick, I can't get over it, man. She's so damn cute. How's Cortana doing, by the way, buddy? Yeah, thank you again, Great White. Jeez. Mr. Viz says, my late grandma was like, God bless these girls. They must be so cold with the little clothing on, right? Yeah. There was a restaurant, not a restaurant, but there was a place called R Donuts. It was, I think, 163rd Street. It didn't last very long. But it was a donut coffee shop, a breakfast place. And the waitresses were topless. So it was called R Donuts. It lasted a couple of years. My brother and I went in there once. It was not hot women serving you breakfast. It was topless breakfast waitresses. There's a difference. It didn't last long. Cortana is good, but she's tired of summer. Yeah, I bet, man. Aren't we all? There's a topless coffee shop somewhere in the Northwest. Yeah, it didn't last very long. Dave says maybe it's a South Florida thing, but here right now it's insanely hot. Outside, so everyone is as close to naked as possible. It got really humid. About a week ago. Yeah, Nick, we don't talk about the Dolphins here. No, we don't even speak that name. It's bad, man. Apparently, Chop Robinson got carted off the field today. So, well, a little bit. If that's a season-ending injury. Oh yeah, no problem, Nick. No problem. Enjoy Van Ginkel. Yeah, we got. God damn it! You had to bring that up. Damn it! What'd you pay him? $10 million? I mean, for freaking hell. Can we have him back? We may need him back. If Chop Robinson is out, we may need him back. Hey, come on, Nick. Tyreek for Tyreek. We'll give you Tyreek. You just dodging work before going to the DMV. Smart. Vincent, yeah, the Vikings is a proper name, right? Damn, you had to bring Van Ginkel up. Damn it. I love that dude, man. So, Simon, I don't see the leaderboard because I'm on StreamYard. I have to look into it because I don't see it on a regular basis because I'm watching on StreamYard. Tyreek can be wide receiver 3 for you. Boy, somebody's cocky this morning. The Vikings cheerleaders are the opposite of the Cowboys. Are they not good? Let's look up the pictures of the Vikings cheerleaders. Since that's what we're doing here now. Let's see. Are the Minnesota Vikings come on. It came up. Let's see. What? Wait a minute. What? No, they didn't. No, I didn't. No. Nope. No, I'm not touching that. Nope. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. What? What? Oh, that's cute, Vincent. That's good. You're on fire today. I'll give you credit. What the? Patel, yeah, you hope Gruden wins against the NFL. Good subject change. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you there. What did I just see? Two dudes, no cup, right? All right, David. Appreciate you, bud. What did I just see? Now I got to go back. What? And I'm seeing what NFL fan bases like they're going to boycott or whatever. What? A pair of male cheerleaders in the field during the what? I'm the Rams had some before. That's interesting. They have a man as the new lead. He's the lead cheerleader. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have no words. I just don't know what to say. Actually, several other teams do too. Why is it just making news now? Well, I didn't know about it until you guys told me. So, when does hockey start? Oh, what's my thoughts on Hogan and Ozzy? So, I mean, I wasn't not a fan or a fan either way. I didn't watch a lot of wrestling when I was a kid. I didn't watch a lot of wrestling. I liked Hulk Hogan. You know, he had a fun personality, but I didn't watch enough to know. Now with Ozzy, I wasn't generally. Ozzy was not. My rock was more. You guys will hate me for this, but I like the hair bands. You know, I grew up in the 80s. You know what I mean? Ozzy wasn't really my style. I didn't dislike his stuff. There's a couple songs that I liked, but my bands in the 80s from more like, Quiet Riot, Rat, Def Leppard, Cinderella, Twisted Sister. That's the stuff I listened to. That's what was on the radio. Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, stuff like that. Oh, the party, and that's a whole nother story, Simon. Yeah, but it's very cool how Ozzy went out. No doubt. No doubt. What about Yacht Rock? Oh, Wasp. Yeah. Twisted Wrister. Yeah, definitely. They were solid too. Yeah. Quiet Riot and Rat. I like that, man. They just went hard. Everything they did, they just went hard. What about Yacht Rock? I mean, I heard a lot of Yacht Rock because that was probably what my parents were into the most. You know what I mean? My parents were, Seals and Crofts, Steely Dan, Fleetwood Mac, Jim Croce, Simon and Garfunkel, that kind of stuff, right? That was my parents' stuff. I didn't dislike it. You know what I mean? But as I got older and I got to be able to buy my own records and whatnot, I had eclectic tastes. You know what I mean? Like on any given night, I might play a half of a Hall & Oates album and then Purple Rain and then Quiet Riot or Def Leppard. And my parents just couldn't figure out what? My dad hated Def Leppard. Oh, he hated Def Leppard. How can you listen to that crap? Rock of Ages. Oh, I'd play that over and over again just because he hated it so much. But tell me, yeah, Bang Your Head. Yeah, Bang Your Head. Yeah, man. Def Leppard and Journey were your favorites. Yeah. Mental Health Will Drive You Mad. Sammy Hagar was good. Yep. Great White Hall without the Oates. Yeah, unfortunately, they got old. Well, Hall got old now. But yeah, no, but with Ozzy, I didn't dislike him, but I just wasn't. Oh, Nobody's Fool. Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah, Def Leppard. Dire Straits, too. Dire Straits. I like them a lot. Bon Jovi, okay-ish. Not at the top. Some of the songs were okay. Some of them were a little bit too syrupy for me. 18 and Life to Go, yeah. And then, of course, who was the one that did Cherry Pie? They were kind of bubblegum a little. Who was that? Was that Poison, right? That was Poison. Cheap Trick was good. Yeah. Cheap Trick was good. Yeah. Yeah. How can you not respect the one-armed drummer from Def Leppard, right? Yeah. My dad wasn't into the heavy guitar stuff and the screaming. He didn't want to hear the screaming. Warrant. Yeah. Warrant. That's right. Warrant. I thought it was Poison for a second, but it was Warrant. Yeah. I mean, that back then, the videos, the heck with the song. You just wanted to watch the video. You know what I mean? The videos are what made things so many times out there. Yeah. Now, I tell you what got me hooked was where my house was. There was a field. There was like a few more houses, and then there was a big field. And there's a high school there now. But they used to, every year, they'd have the circus that would come, like a whole fair. Not a circus, but a whole fair with all the rides and all of that. And the Himalayan ride, which was you just go around and around in a circle really fast. But they would play the hard rock music all day long. It'd be 2 weeks worth. And every weekend, they'd be blasting this heavy hard rock. And you could hear it, and it would just fill the neighborhood. So I would just open up my window, and all day long, it was all the hard rock music. and my parents hated it. They hated it. And so it's kind of what got me hooked on that kind of music a little bit, you know. Plus, you could scream it. Even if you couldn't sing, you could scream it a little bit, you know. So, yeah, Flying Fluffy music, right? Motley Crue, that's the other name. Yeah, thank you, Great White. Thank you. Those guys are so old now, too. Like, they got old, man. Who did I see I think I saw Vince Neil this morning. I seen a little clip where he's like lip syncing the song. They're doing a live show, and he was like literally, you could tell he was lip syncing. He wasn't even trying. It was bad. Yeah, Mr. Viz, the 90s bands I kind of checked out. I kind of checked out about 93, 94. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I got married. That's what happened. Craig says Japanese band called Loudness is a solid choice. But tell Ron, yeah, Zeta 94. So you got Big 105.9. We had, I think it was 96X. But Zeta 94 was good. What was the other one? Not 96X. What the hell was 97.9? They were pretty good. Yeah, Zeta 94.9 was pretty good. Y100 would play some of the stuff. Like, they'd play Quiet Riot, Def Leppard. Not so much for, like, Cinderella. Maybe some Warrant. But Zeta was a big one, yeah. The Gate, was it 98.7, the Gator? WRMF, is that what it was? 103.1, the Buzz? That might have been after my time. I left South Florida for good in 94, 95. Now I got to look. What the hell? 1980s South Florida FM radio stations. It's going to bother me all day long. Y100. Oh, WSHE. That's the one I'm thinking about. WSHE. Yeah. It was Hot 105, The Coast, Radio 66. WSHE. That's the one I was thinking about. 103.5. Yeah. That was just solid rock. They didn't putz around. They'd play some classic rock too, which now that stuff is the classic rock, right? Now it's just like stuff from when we were growing up. So, all right, everybody, I got to roll. I got to get some work done. Got to get the grocery shopping going. I got to rescue Kyle from Leia. Leia and Donna are pretty much here full time now. Donna is working on getting the job this way, so that she doesn't have to drive to work every day an hour that way, an hour home, and all of that. So things are solid. And if you saw, I put out a short earlier. I'm going to be bringing back the members podcast next week, and we're going to be trying to do what I used to do with the dogs. So it'll be me outside with Leia, because all she wants to do is be outside. Like all day long, she just wants to be outside. So we're going to be moving to that next week. And that's it. Life is good. All right, everybody. Thank you all very much for all the love, support, everything. I cannot thank you all enough. You guys are what makes this all happen, and you know it. And what year did I get out of the service? 92. Oh, yeah, Sunny 104.3. Yeah, that's right. Yep. So, all right, Kyle's going to have something out on the football channel once he figures out whatever happened to Chop Robinson. I'm working on something big coming up for next week. And with that, I shall see you mañana at noon. Thank you all.